for no reason whatsoever. We're going to leave Afghanistan, but we're going to leave it with strength and dignity. And we're going to keep Bagram, the big air base, one of the biggest air bases in the world. We gave it to them for nothing. We're trying to get it back, by the way. Okay, that could be a little breaking news. We're trying to get it back because they need things from us. We want that base back. But one of the reasons we want the base is, as you know, it's an hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons.
President Donald Trump has spoken words that send tremors far beyond Washington. Bad things are going to happen, he warned, if Afghanistan does not hand back the Bagram Air Base. That warning is not just about Afghanistan. It is a signal to the world. It is a reminder that powerful nations never let go of strategic ground easily. And in Africa's Sahel, the echoes of Bagram are a warning bell. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso must hear it. The time to prepare is now. The time to unite is urgent. For 2 decades, Bagram Air Base was the beating heart of American power in Afghanistan. From there, fleets of aircraft flew missions, and intelligence networks mapped entire regions. When the United States withdrew in 2021, leaving behind the base, it seemed like an era had ended. But Trump's demand to bring it back shows how quickly that era can return. Afghanistan has said no. Its officials have insisted sovereignty is not for sale. But the confrontation raises a question for Africa. If Washington can make such demands in Asia, what stops it from doing the same in Africa? In the Sahel, Niger once hosted America's largest drone base on the continent, Air Base 201 at Agadez. From that desert strip, surveillance drones flew across the region, gathering intelligence, striking targets, shaping wars in silence. But after political upheaval, after the rise of a new government that rejected Western control, the United States withdrew. By August 2024, the last American personnel had left. To Washington, that loss was a strategic wound. To the Sahel, it was a victory for sovereignty. Yet the Bagram demand raises the fear. Could Washington one day try to reverse that decision, to pressure Niger into reopening its skies? This is about more than one runway in the desert. It is about who controls the minerals beneath Sahel sands. It is about who watches the skies. It is about who dictates the future of a region rich in gold, uranium, oil, and rare earths. When leaders like Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, Assimi Goïta of Mali, and Abdurrahmane Tiani of Niger turn away from Western patrons, when they look to Russia, to new partners, or to self-reliance, it threatens old networks of influence. It is not surprising that accusations are thrown that leaders are said to hoard gold reserves, to act for themselves. But the deeper truth is this: what angers the West is not the gold. It is the loss of control. In the face of these pressures, 3 nations have chosen a new path. They have formed the Alliance of Sahel States, the AES. They have declared that if one is attacked, all will respond. They have held meetings in Bamako and Ouagadougou. And they have announced their next summit. They have even launched their own media platform, AES TV, to tell their story without Western filters. This is not just symbolism, it is strategy. Because one country alone may be pressured, sanctioned, or threatened, but 3 countries together form a wall. A wall that even great powers hesitate to test. What happens if the United States decides to return to Niger or demands new bases in the Sahel? 3 futures appear before us. In the first, diplomacy prevails. Deals are struck, compromises are made, and access is granted with strict conditions. In the second, coercion dominates, sanctions tighten, economies bleed, propaganda floods the airwaves, and leaders are isolated. In the third, the darkest escalation erupts. Airstrikes or raids under the banner of counterterrorism, justified by claims of instability or gold-backed dictatorships. This path would devastate the region, but history warns us not to dismiss it. Which future unfolds depends on unity, preparation, and the will of the Sahel's people. So what must be done? Leaders must meet now not later, to declare a united front. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso must coordinate air defenses, intelligence sharing, and military exercises designed not for aggression, but for protection. They must diversify economies, so sanctions lose their sting. They must build media networks, so truth drowns out propaganda. And ordinary citizens must also act. Stay informed. Resist the flood of rumor. Use your voice, online and offline, to amplify unity, not division. Support community preparedness, because sovereignty is defended not only with armies, but with informed citizens and resilient societies. The world will watch. Some powers will offer aid, others will whisper threats. Russia may promise military technology. China may propose roads and railways. Western capitals may demand concessions. But in the end, the decision will rest with Africans. Will Africa stand divided, or will it rise as one? Will Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso face this challenge alone, or will the African Union, ECOWAS, and the voices of the continent stand behind them? The warning from Bagram is a lesson. History repeats itself when we are not ready. Afghanistan shows us that when you depend on others for your security, you may one day lose both security and sovereignty. But the Sahel is not Afghanistan. Niger is not Bagram. Burkina Faso is not Kabul. Mali is not Kandahar. Africa has the chance to choose differently. To say, we will not be controlled. We will not be divided. We will not give away our land, our skies, our resources, or our dignity. The time has come. The leaders must unite. The people must unite. The continent must rise. Because when Africa stands together, even the strongest empires pause. If you believe in sovereignty, if you believe in unity, then share this message. Comment the word UNITY and let the world know the Sahel will not bow. Africa will stand.
Yes, here we are. Welcome and greetings, all of you, brothers and sisters. This is not just a story. This is a warning to Africa that at any time US can demand to return back to Sahel after US has demanded to return in Afghanistan. President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump, has warned Afghanistan bad things are going to happen if Bagram Air Base is not returned to the United States of America. But this warning goes beyond Afghanistan, brothers and sisters. We know that 2 years ago, US was here in Niger, having the biggest drone base in the desert. What if America demands Niger's drone base back? That's the question that has risen after US demanded Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. What if this becomes the excuse to return to Sahel? Will Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso stand united and supported by Africans to resist such kind of behavior of the United States of America? Because we have seen in Afghanistan, things started like that, slowly. At the end of the day, you will find that, okay, US are saying we want to come back to Niger, and bad things are going to happen to you. What will happen to these countries? And of course, recently, United States of America, through General Lang, accused Captain Ibrahim Traore for using gold reserve to protect himself. But if you have heard at the beginning of this video, you heard United States of America talking about China is going to build nuclear weapons. So the US want that military, those Bagram Air Base to return to US to counter China and to defend and to protect US interests in the Middle East and in homeland of United States of America from China. What if US will speak the same? We know that Russia has shown interest to invest in Nigeria and uranium. What if US will say the same thing, that we want to return this drone base to Niamey or to Niger? Don't you see this will contradict and divide these countries? Because if we are not careful, and if we are not going to unite as Africans, US will come back and we demand new. Right now what Mr. Donald Trump is doing is using power to sign deals. We have seen what happened to Ukraine, we have seen what happened to Rwanda and Congo. Recently, remember, President Trump mediated Congo and DRC, but the aim is to have access to Congolese minerals. That's what US was targeting. And we know in Niger there was uranium, in Mali, gold there, and lithium, critical minerals are there. The thing that US is looking for right now, in order for US to maintain its superior and its strength. And if we are not careful, and if we are not going to be united, brothers and sisters, US is coming for us. Not for Niger, for Mali, or for Burkina, for the entire continent. Right now, there's a big scramble for the continent of Africa, and these powerful nations want to control air and the land. That's what right now something is happening in this world. So, brothers and sisters, have shared this for you to understand and to be careful and vigilant on what is going on right now in the continent. It's my hope that Africans will come together, Africans will unite. We know we have leaders who are not working for the interests of Africans, who are in the payroll of Western agencies. We know them, and we know they are working hard to destabilize this continent. And the good thing that I want to tell you, brothers and sisters, some of mercenaries from Cote d'Ivoire have been arrested in Burkina Faso recently. Almost 6 mercenaries are being arrested in Burkina Faso. So you can see, and we know what happened between Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire is being used by French and Western power to destabilize these countries after these countries took control of the natural resources, and that's why you see these Western power are trying to use bad words and propagandas to pollute things in Sahel. But all in all, it needs all of us, the people of Africa, to come together, to unite and support these countries. These countries are not fighting for themselves. These countries are fighting for the dignity and respect of all Africans and black people in general. So, my dear brothers and sisters, if you have something to share with us, please do so through the comment section. And if you are new in this platform, make sure that you subscribe to join this big family of Make Africa Great. We are more than 800K subscribers in this platform. So this is a big platform for Africans, and this is the area where Africans will come together to share our thoughts, ideas, and finding best solutions. So, my dear brothers and sisters, that is just a precaution and warning from what I saw in Afghanistan compared with our motherland. Of course, we know that Niger is not Kabul, Mali is not Kandahar, or Burkina is not Afghanistan. But all in all, we need to be vigilant. So after that, brothers and sisters, let me say have a nice time. See you next time on the other video. Do not forget to share this video and also like this video so that it can go viral. Many Africans can get this message. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make Africa great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.